Hello, hello, hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom SP3, back with another exclusive interview for True Heels BTR with former TNA heavyweight champion, eight-time X Division champion, two-time tag team champion, Chris Sabin. So excited to talk to you, Chris.
Man, not as excited as I am to talk to you.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. For anyone watching us on YouTube right now, drop a thumbs up on the video, share it with your friends, comment down below, tell us what you think about the interview, and of course, subscribe to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. But Chris, you got a huge show this Sunday, Impact Slammiversary, 20 years of Impact Wrestling. As one of the stalwarts of Impact Wrestling, how is it to be a part of this, huge show? You came in April of 2003, so you've really seen pretty much the whole journey for Impact Wrestling. How does it feel to be a part of this show?
Yeah, it's an honor. It's an honor. It's Impact Wrestling. A lot of people said it wasn't going to survive the first week. A lot of people said it wasn't going to survive the first month, 6 months, a year. And here we are 20 years later, still around, still kicking, still providing a viable alternative wrestling product for the fans. And I just hope we keep it going for 20 more years.
Absolutely. I am one of the huge fans from the very beginning, buying those $10 pay-per-views. So I've seen your journey along the way as well. And one of the bigger matches on this card is going to involve you with your Motor City Machine Gun tag team partner, Alex Shelley, as well as AEW's own Frankie Kazarian, as well as two mystery opponents against one of the biggest threats to Impact Wrestling as of late, Honor No More. How has been this rivalry where you've been kind of one of the faces of Impact Wrestling against this group that has come in from Ring of Honor and trying to kind of take Impact Wrestling by storm? How important is this match to you, and how does it feel to kind of feels like the culmination of this feud?
Yeah, I'm proud to represent Team Impact and help just lead the fight against these guys. It was a pretty big deal. Eddie Edwards was Mr. Impact for the longest time. He was our guy, he was our star, and for him to turn on us and turn on the entire company like that, it just gives you that much more motivation to want to fight against these guys and fight against this team. A lot of them have just really punchable faces, and you know what, I just can't wait to punch them.
I'm looking forward to it as well. And then to give anything away, but you have these two mystery opponents, and we had Scott Demore tell you and the rest of team, the Impact Originals, that you have to pick someone from the current promotion or someone that has been with Impact Wrestling. If you could choose anyone from the past, present, or even the future of Impact Wrestling, who would you have as the tag team partners?
Man, that no, that's really tough. I don't want to speculate, and I don't want to name anyone because I just don't want anyone to have any idea or any hint of who it's going to be, because then if I name two guys, that might give people the impression that, well, it's not going to be those two guys, because why would he reveal it? Or it might be those two guys, and maybe I'm given a hint or something. So I would just rather not speculate. I just want everyone to be surprised.
I'm looking forward to it for sure. But one of the other big matches on the card is something that you are very accustomed to, Ultimate X. You have been in the most Ultimate X appearances at 17. You've won the most matches at 8 wins. What would be your advice to the six competitors in the Ultimate X match? And what is it like? Is it experience that is an advantage, or is it athleticism? What do you think takes to go into this type of matchup?
Yeah, I think it's overall athleticism, because you're not just wrestling a match, you're not just fighting other opponents, but you have to climb the structure. It's almost like if you had a playground and you had like a jungle gym as a kid, like that. That's the perfect kind of training. Get out there and get on the monkey bars, or like swing on the pole and stuff like that, because you need that upper body strength to be able to carry yourself across those cables to get to the belt. So, my advice to those guys, or the watch some old Ultimate X matches. Maybe you can pick up a little hints, pick up a little strategy, and just train and be prepared. But it's kind of like you're preparing for the unpreparable. It's like nothing really prepares you for an Ultimate X match. It's such a unique, one of a kind match, and it's good luck to all those men.
Absolutely. And of course, the main event of the evening is going to be Josh Alexander defending the Impact World Championship against Eric Young, two guys that you're also very familiar with. In my opinion, your match with Josh Alexander last year was the best match from Impact Wrestling of the
Thank you.
year. You have a long history with Eric Young from Team Canada on. What would you say is like the either man needs to know about the other, since you've been in the ring with both men, being so much experience with Eric Young and your experience with Josh Alexander in the ring?
Yeah, I mean, it's two different game plans you'd have to come up with for wrestling Josh or Eric. Josh is a lot more technical. He's more just like smash and grab, just in your face action. Eric Young is a lot more calculating. He's a lot more mental, a lot more just plays mind games kind of thing. You know what I mean? So like, you got to understand that about your opponents. You got to study your opponent and understand, what kind of strategies they're going to employ when you're going against them. But for that match, though, either one of those men, I would be proud to have Impact World Champion. Josh Alexander has fought for so long to become the champion, and he's a great champion, family man, good guy, amazing wrestler. Eric Young, he has been around, I think, just as long as I have. And I think he actually has been in Impact a little longer than me, because when I left in 2014, he stuck around a little bit longer than I did. So he's had more time in Impact than even I have. So either one of those men, I think I would be proud to have Impact World Champion.
Absolutely. And they have so many different matches that are on this card that, you've seen over your time with Impact Wrestling. From the first ever is going to be Queen of the Mountain, but you've seen the King of the Mountain match. We've already talked about Ultimate X. They even announced today they're having a reverse battle royal. Out of all the different matches that you've seen from Impact Wrestling, excluding the Ultimate X, because we know your experience in that, what would you say is your like favorite to either watch or be in?
I Now that's really tough. Maybe my favorite to watch. Honestly, I like the Monsters Balls match.
Oh,
Those
nice.
with all the
Yeah.
weapons and stuff. You know what I mean? I think I like it a little more because I've never been in one, and I hope I never partake in one. So it's always fun to watch guys go out there and like with all the weapons and the barbed wire and all that stuff and beat the crap out of each other.
And that's going to be Moose and Sammy Callahan on the show. It's really like a whole celebration of Impact Wrestling coming up on Slammiversary. But you did mention earlier you left for a time from Impact in 2014, and you spent a bunch of time in Ring of Honor, and you're one of the stalwarts of over there. What is your opinion of the new management of Ring of Honor with Tony Khan buying the promotion, and what do you think is for the future for Ring of Honor, being from the outside looking in?
Well, I just hope that the company sticks around and I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Hopefully it's a standalone company, even though Tony Khan owns it. Hopefully it's a standalone company from AEW, because that would provide a whole nother place for men and women in wrestling to have a job and have a place to work. So that's what I would hope for, just to provide a lot more jobs for, my brothers and sisters in wrestling.
Absolutely. That's what we all want to see. You're familiar with so many different promotions because you've been around for, so long. One of the stalwarts of Impact Wrestling. Like I said, one of the faces of Ring of Honor in the past. You spent some time in New Japan, and they got the big show, New Japan and AEW doing the Forbidden Door. And Impact has honestly, in my opinion, been the home of the Forbidden Door. You've had references from WWE, AEW, New Japan as of the last, over the last year. If you could see anyone go through the Impact Forbidden Door, who would you like to cross paths with that you haven't in your illustrious career?
Now that's really tough. I think I'd like to have a one-on-one with Kenny Omega. I've had one singles match with him, and it was back in the day at an independent show in Winnipeg. And I remember it being a really good match. I just think we could have another good one nowadays.
That's one I would love to see 100%, Chris.
Thank
But
you.
thank you so much for your time, Chris. I definitely appreciate it. Please let the people know where they can find you, where they can support you. And of course, Impact Slammiversary this Sunday, June 19th. It's available on Fight TV as well as available on all pay-per-view, but let the people know.
Yeah, you can find out all information about Impact Wrestling at impactwrestling.com. And for me personally, I have one social media account. It's Twitter at Super Chris Sabin. I don't have Instagram, Facebook. If you see me on any of those other platforms, they are fake, just Twitter. So at Super Chris Sabin.
Love to hear that. Thank you so much, Chris. Once again, thank you, Impact Wrestling. It is me, your True Heel Phenom SP3. Like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you are new. This has been Tru Heels BTR with Chris Sabin, and I'm signing off until next time.